back to Studio F on Fast Times Willy B. We'll be reviewing Kraven the Hunter. Gentlemen, let's broaden our minds.
Hey there, Russ.
Welcome back to Fast Times Willy B. I'm Willy B. I got Drew back with me. Drew, how we doing?
We're doing good. You know, it's a little chilly out.
Yeah.
But we're surviving.
We're surviving. Here. So we're going to continue the tradition where we talk about Sony Marvel movies that didn't fare too well, in our opinion. Today we'll be talking about Kraven the Hunter, directed by J.C. Chandor. Didn't really have anything we recognize in his filmography.
Not a good catalog.
Yeah.
No doubt.
But, you know, you look at the cast list and there's a lot of promise.
There is.
You got Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Maybe your man crush.
Yeah. Oh,
him and Glenn Powell are your two favorites.
Well, he walked out, I was like, look at that man.
I'm not going to lie. I do want his hair.
Yeah. He's just a good looking man. You got Russell Crowe. You've got, I can't think of his name, but he was just in Gladiator 2. He plays Dimitri.
His brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His name escaped me, but we got Ariana DeBose. She's had a busy year. This is her third film of the year that I've seen, at least.
I haven't seen any of.
She was in ISS, Argyle to start the year, which those movies feel like they came out a decade ago at this point. And then this one, obviously. And then Chris Abbott. I did not know he was supposed to be in this movie, but he plays the foreigner, so
yeah.
Little surprise there.
Was he in any of the trailers?
I don't remember seeing the trailers.
I
feel like I would have registered that he was going to be in this because he's going to be the Wolfman in the January film coming out.
Right.
And then he was in Poor Things. That was, I think, his most recent thing I've seen him in, which came out last December. Again, feels like a decade ago. But yeah, Christopher Abbott, it sounded like I said Christopher Rabbit.
Rabbit.
But Chris Abbott was in this movie, which was a pleasant surprise. Always good seeing him in films. But nonetheless, we'll start with the good. And I think this is going to be very brief.
Very brief. Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Yeah. Yeah,
Kraven.
for the most part. He fit the role, for sure.
Yeah,
like
no doubt.
The look. And
you got to give him credit because he got absolutely shredded for this movie.
Yeah,
so you always got to give the actors that put their body on the line to look good in movies.
Yeah, for sure. I would put... It's tough because there wasn't a lot to work with, but the acting for the most part was in here. I thought Ariana DeBose was solid with what she was given.
Maybe just those two acting.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I mean, Chris Abbott, I don't think he was a bad actor. I just think his character was written horribly.
Dude, these, like, Sony Marvel movies, like, I don't know what the deal is. It's, like, just so cheap.
And it's, like, not even Sony Marvel movies, because I can find a lot of things I like with the Spider-Man movies. It's...
Yeah.
The movies that don't have Spider-Man. And now, let me backtrack, because I do like the Venom movies, too.
You do.
But I know that's not how everyone feels.
They're okay.
Yeah. They look like masterpieces compared to what we've got in the last three movies.
Oh, this, Madam Web, my God.
Morbius.
Yeah. Morphin time.
It's
Kraven time.
It's Morbin, Kraven, and Webbin time, right? But no, some of the acting, given what they were working with or what they had to work with, I wouldn't knock them for that. I thought the jacket looked cool. I wish we got it a lot earlier in the movie.
Oh, dude. Yes, I was waiting for that.
Yeah, I'm bummed that it happened right before the credits roll.
It was like in Deadpool and Wolverine when he
flips the mask. Yeah, man, that was a bummer, but it did look cool. Some of the action scenes were all right. I mean, the car chase scene was cool.
Mm-hmm. I remember you like leaned over to me. That was kind of cool.
Yeah. And then, you know, the scene in the woods where he just gets brutal. I will say I'm glad they went rated R. That's something that, you know, me and Chris, we did the Venom reviews together. That was something we talked about in the sense that, like, God, if those movies were rated R, I think they'd be so much better. Not because I need brutality or I need gore. It's just it fits the character of Venom. It fits the character of Kraven.
Oh, absolutely.
Kraven, he has no remorse for
human life,
especially for these criminals.
No.
And he showed that thanks to the fact that it was rated R.
No, like, that is definitely, like, one of the highlights of the movie.
Yeah.
That and, like, I liked how he could move, too.
Yeah.
Like, you could tell he had that, like, animal, like, move.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to, like,
No, for
describe.
sure. Like, yeah, he was able to like crawl on all four.
He
but,
looked like Black Panther, kind of.
Yeah.
So,
What else do we got in the good? We're scraping the bottom.
the one scene where like it was pitch black, then like he saw his eyes. That was probably my favorite scene in the movie.
Yes, that scene. That was just a great shot.
It was,
because I was like, at first I was like, why are they showing us this dark corner? And then you see the orange, and I'm like, oh,
yeah.
Why couldn't you do this the whole movie?
Right.
No, that was a really good shot. Yeah, like I said, there were moments where I was like, okay. And that's why I can safely, I'll say this now, I did think this was a better movie than Madam Web.
Oh, absolutely.
But it wasn't much better.
No. Not at all. Like,
so,
you need me for the shitty Sony movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is good, because I ended up going with Chris for Venom because he asked if I had anybody yet. And I was like, no, I hadn't talked to anybody. And I ended up liking Venom, so it's good that you weren't on there. Because I can only have you on for the shitty ones.
Sony needs to start paying us.
Yeah.
They need to start paying us to see these movies.
We did see a few trailers, if we want to talk about those in the good.
Yeah.
Some of the trailers looked very cool. We got Novocaine with Jack Quaid coming out, and I told Drew, I was like, you know what? There's a movie we could talk about that might be good.
My boy Huey and the boys.
Yeah.
If you know, you know.
So, but we're getting off topic now. Yeah, the best part of this movie was the trailers, unfortunately.
Honestly, like, I remember seeing that trailer. I'm like, okay, this might be decent. Then they fooled us.
Yeah, they did. They took everything that was great about this movie and put it in the 90-second teaser.
Whoever made that trailer deserves a bonus.
Yeah.
Because he fooled a bunch of people, and it was kind of like packed.
Theater, yeah.
I was just about to say that. It was kind of packed in the movie.
Which is always good to see. It sucks that there's movies that I think are more deserving of the packed theater that don't get the packed theater. But in the sense of somebody that never wants to see the death of theaters, I'm happy to see a packed theater. So if it means it being Kraven time and to get the packed theater, it is
Shipping Transformers 1.
Dude, I know. We were at the fan event. We were like 2 of 25?
Yeah.
And this movie has 25 per row.
Yeah.
I'm like, it makes no sense.
And Transformers 1 is probably one of my favorite movies of the year.
You did get to do that one.
I did. We got a hot roll. We definitely got a hot roll with the Toby movies. And
this one just quickly put that to a halt. But
everybody gets in a slump once in a while.
Yeah. Do you have anything else for the good? I don't.
How about Aaron Taylor Johnson? I mean,
yeah, he was good.
He
we almost forgot to mention him, didn't we?
Dude, I don't know. Like, this movie almost put me asleep in the first act.
I will say there was points and there was moments that if they had gone differently, I think this could have been a lot better. I liked some of the routes they were taking, but then it didn't finish the way I thought.
I like Russell Crowe. I thought he was really good.
See, I like the lore too with him and his, like, obviously they don't get along. I thought that was cool, but some of the ways they show that I didn't think were cool. So it's like you have what I think is a good concept at some moments, but the execution wasn't always there.
Yeah, because Kraven the Hunter is a really cool character.
Yeah.
Look at Spider-Man 2, the video game.
Yeah.
He's awesome till Venom eats his head off.
Yeah.
But
I mean, a little shout out here to Piz. I ran into him at Dave's Hot Chicken before the movie, and he was telling me how, I think he said it was his uncle's. He was going to see it with his uncle. It was his uncle's favorite comic book character, so that's why they were so excited to go see it. And that goes to show, it's not like we're getting a nobody here,
Kraven is a big name.
I'm still holding out that we get to see him in a Tom Holland movie.
Dude, when Tom gets a black suit too, that would be so sweet. Like the comic.
I just want them to give Tom every villain. I want to see one Spidey versus every villain.
Well, they show him at the end of No Way Home. Remember?
In the shadow, yeah. So
coming for him.
I guess we might.
Please,
but
I would love to see Kraven and Tom Spider-Man interact. I think that would be really well done.
Yeah. Well, we can hop over to the meh. I don't even know what I'm going to put here because I feel like a lot of my stuff's in the bad.
It's just bad. It's just bad, brother.
Let me think. What could I put in the meh?
I guess I can say, they used Shang-Chi and, Black Panther mix those two movies together to make this knockoff.
I don't know. You just want to hop to the bad.
Yeah, let's hop into the bad.
Let's go to the bad. Special effects.
Yeah.
We're pretty atrocious. Editing.
Choppy.
This, Madam Web, I still think holds the trophy of worst edited film, in my opinion. Just because when you miss with the mouth and the words, that really irks me. Mm-hmm. When a show is doing that because of the internet, I have to reset my internet. Because I can't do it. So if a movie can't get that right... So Madam Web still takes the cake. But, yes, the editing was bad. It felt like you were watching a YouTube video. Mm-hmm. It did. Not saying that YouTube videos are bad at editing. It's just, you're not going to get cinematic editing in a YouTube video.
Yeah, YouTubers don't have the budget these films have.
There was, no transitions. It was super choppy. There was moments where it just felt like the continuity was off. Mm-hmm. This was very, very poorly edited.
It just makes you wonder, what were they doing?
It just felt like they were trying to get it out.
Yeah.
That's what it was. It was like, okay, we've got it filmed. We've got it edited enough.
Yeah.
This wasn't a final product, in my opinion. Unfortunately.
No.
And that's how Madam Web was. I don't think Madam Web was a final product. I think these last two movies were truly just Sony trying to pump something out because of the contract they have.
That's what I was just about to mention.
Yeah.
Sony, why would you do that? Put these movies out when you're just like, oh, we gotta...
You're being greedy.
Sure, you're being
greedy. Let somebody else have Spider-Man if you can't handle it.
Yeah. Please quit Marvel Studios
dumpster
Spider-Man.
Fires, man. But back to the effects. I like you said, I like the way he moves when we get close-up shots. Mm-hmm. When we're zoomed out, man, it's bad.
Yeah,
it's you can tell it's not him.
Then when he's staring into the cigarette part, I didn't really like that effect.
Oh, the
beyond.
That felt, I get what you're saying. That felt very Madam Web as well. I feel like I saw that.
It did.
Yeah, with the spider arachnid people. Oh, God. That's what it felt like.
We need to stop talking about Madam Web. There's
just parallels. There are, unfortunately. Also in the bad for me, the writing. I don't think this was a well-written movie. The dialogue was pretty cheesy at times. One that stuck out to me, and I literally said something to you in the movie, when he asks if there's more serum from his grandma, and she goes, shortly after she died, and I never saw her again. Well, no shit. Somebody dies, you unfortunately don't get to see them again.
Right.
I think that goes without saying.
That's not how it works.
And that's what I mean, I feel bad, because I thought Ariana DeBose, with what she was given, did well. But she was not given a lot. I think I think most of these characters were pretty.
She should have just been guys, are you understanding what you're writing right now?
It's the brand. You see Marvel, you see Kraven, you're like, I'm in. But yeah, I mean, the movie's gonna make money. We saw opening night; it's got a crowd.
Yeah.
And if for all else, it might make money because of meme culture. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Just like Morbius.
It will be exactly like Morbius.
Yeah, but yeah, it was not well written by any means. Dialogue was pretty bad.
Even with her grandma.
Yeah.
That was bad too.
Oh yeah, the whole origin stuff. I like again the concept, but the way they connected the tarot to the serum to Kraven so quickly, it was just done half-assed.
It was just guys, we have to put this in right now before he gets attacked by the lion.
Yeah,
pretty much. That's what it felt like. There was no
animals
build
didn't
up
look
to
good
it.
if we're talking about effects as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree.
Even when it was a head on the wall.
No, that shit did look fake.
I was like, what the hell are we doing here? It was a half a product. It wasn't a finished movie, unfortunately. Which sucks that it's going to make the money it's going to make, considering there's movies that came out this year that won't touch what it's going to make, but deserve it.
I just feel bad for the big-time actors that sign up for these movies.
I mean, you sign up knowing what you're getting yourself into, I guess. You got to read the script before you go.
That's true.
But
maybe they're just good at finessing these actors.
Maybe. Because money talks, too.
Money does talk. No doubt about that. Because I
sure
remember
Aaron Taylor Johnson walked away with quite the check. I'm not thinking he did Kraven the Hunter for minimum wage and a bag of chips.
Right.
So.
But I remember hearing Sydney Sweeney said this is parallel to Spider-Man. Spider-Man's going to be in this movie. Then he completely wasn't in it.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I think that just putting Spider-Man in it like Andrew or somebody would have boosted my score just for the shock value alone.
That would be wild.
But, like, obviously it didn't happen.
It would have been like a Superman in the end of Black Adam.
Yeah.
Just everybody was like, holy shit, Henry Cavill?
You're falling asleep because Black Adam's kind of a stinker, and then you're like, oh, shit.
Riley fell asleep during that
Brennan
movie.
did too,
Yeah, Brennan did too.
Yeah,
a couple of the boys fell asleep.
We had a couple nodders.
Yeah.
Throw back to Cars. We got a nodder. But, yeah. God.
Dear God.
Where have we gone
Help
wrong?
us all.
Where have we gone wrong with comic book movies lately? And they're not all bad. I'm not lumping them all together. Don't bite my head off. I still love Guardians 3. If we're talking about recent memory.
And Deadpool.
the Spider-Verse. And Deadpool and Wolverine, yes. But, man.
It's just everybody
there's been a lot of junk lately, man.
I know, it does suck.
But,
especially my favorite genre, too. It's just getting punched in the gut.
Yeah. What else do we got in the bad?
2 hours.
Honestly, yeah, it was too long. It was messy. Messy. This movie was all over the place. Dude, Rhino.
Yes.
Rhino's a bad.
F minus.
That whole character was bad.
So cringy. One of my least favorite villains of all time.
What the hell did we watch? When the guy walked in, he's like, what was that?
Dude, we looked at each other. We're like, dude, we're seeing Madam Web.
Yeah, like the theater starts erupting in laughter, and I'm like, that was stupid.
That was so dumb.
Yeah.
It honestly, it was kind of like Captain Marvel too, like that, like the world where they were just saying to talk to each other. That's what it kind of felt like.
Yeah.
Like,
I can't believe we almost forgot Rhino. I didn't like the look of Rhino.
No, I didn't either.
I didn't like the guy that played him. I didn't like the character when he wasn't Rhino either.
No, I hated him. I hated him the whole movie.
Yeah.
Anytime
he was on screen, I was like, damn.
Can we get rid of this guy, please?
Let me see Mr. Johnson again. Like,
yes.
Let me see Aaron.
Then I'm like, oh, like,
what's he doing?
The end fight could be kind of cool. Then, nah.
Yeah.
Didn't feel anything.
It's kind of anticlimactic.
It was.
Yeah.
Just let me stab his one hole.
Yeah, his feeding tube.
Yeah.
Like, that's how we're gonna kill him off.
Tube, yeah.
That's how we're killing him off.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh, man.
It's
and
tough.
then even the ending with, I think it's cool that we get introduced obviously to the final product of Chameleon and Dimitri's character, but even that was like kind of like rushed, and it's crazy because there was like so much that you could have taken out, but there was also things that you could have elaborated on more.
Mm-hmm. I didn't like Dimitri the whole movie either, to be honest. I felt bad for him as a kid then, like, Papa? Who calls their dad Papa when they're over?
Yeah. I mean, maybe that's the thing over in Russia and London.
I don't care.
Everywhere not in America this movie was.
Yeah.
We hear about New York,
it's like
but we never
Tom
get to see
Brady's
it.
kids still kiss him on the mouth.
Yeah.
Just weird culture.
Yeah, most of the movies in the bad, unfortunately.
85% of the movies in the bad.
Yeah. Probably go 70. Y'all see with my
70.
score. Yeah. Do you got anything else that really sticks out to you in the bad? I mean, we talked about the effects. We talked about Rhino. How did his shirt rip off and his pants didn't?
That's what I was kind of thinking. I'm
like, I get it with the Hulk, but at least the Hulk's like rip off and expand into shorts type of deal. Like, he burst through them.
It was like that.
This guy was still wearing his Abercrombie jeans and belt.
Dude, he was slim fit too, by the way. Those jeans were tight on him.
This makes Paul Giamatti's Rhino, and I love Paul Giamatti. This is not Paul Giamatti hate, but let's all agree his Rhino's not great. This makes his
He
Rhino
has the best Rhino.
way better. Like,
yeah. Oh, man. What, are we ever going to get a good Rhino?
It's got to be. I would like to say it's got to be with the MCU, but you never know with them.
Do they show?
Although they haven't made a bad Spider-Man movie, in my opinion. So I like all three of the Spider-Man movies from MCU. So I'm holding out that Spider-Man 4 with Tom's going to be pretty spectacular.
It should.
Or amazing.
Or incredible. That doesn't fit. But anyways, yeah. I'm just ready for Spider-Man 4, to be honest.
Yeah.
In Secret Wars and Doomsday.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what Brave New World.
Oh yeah, Captain America.
Yeah.
But I've heard that movie has had so many like reshots that scares me.
Yeah. We'll see.
The trailer looked good too.
Dude, every movie I get hyped for, they suck me in, and then I get let down. Not always. Guardians 3. Love you.
Forever in my heart.
Yeah.
for bringing me back.
That movie made me bawl like a baby.
Oh, dude, that was a tearjerker.
This movie made me cry because I just...
Because how bad it was.
I felt bad that anybody had to sign on to this project.
Yeah, my eyes started bleeding.
See, I'm talking about it right now, and I'm like, you know what? I'm making it sound even worse than it probably is, because it is better than Madam Web. I got to reiterate that. It's not the worst comic book movie we've gotten.
I could have put this in the meh. It's definitely better than 15% of Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, it definitely is.
But not by much.
No, again, yeah.
Not by much.
Should we just go to our final thoughts and wrap this one up?
Sure.
So, what do you want to leave off with? Kraven the Hunter.
Final thoughts. I like Kraven. I like Aaron Taylor Johnson. I would like to see him in another movie, just not
being Tom's.
Just not his movie, a Spider-Man movie.
Yeah,
Spider-Man 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, this movie, when I heard 15%, I'm like, oh God. Are we
going
to
walk
out of this?
for a minute?
Yeah, it was at 9%. I'm like, Armin will go and walk out of her first movie review. That was like a thought in my head.
Yeah.
So we didn't do that, which is
very slow first act. I thought about it.
I thought you were asleep.
No,
you were like looking like this. I'm like, is Will knocked right now?
No, I was fighting my eyelids. That first act
tired.
That first act was rough.
Yeah, if you get rid of,
I was in a 12-round match with my eyelids.
60% of the first act, this movie could be a little better.
Yeah.
Kraven saves this movie from it being total shit.
I think that's what sets it apart from Madam Web.
Yeah,
is that you have a character you can get behind.
Yeah, I didn't like any of the Madam Web characters.
My favorite character was Ben Parker. He's in it for like 3 minutes.
Yeah, no shit though. I'd give this movie 4.5 out of 10. I don't think I'll ever watch this again, to be honest.
I didn't expect you to go that high.
3.5, I mean. No, probably 4. Yeah.
Okay. Land on a 4?
I'm gonna land on a 4 out of 10 here.
I'm in the same stadium. I'm going 3.5.
Yeah.
Yeah. A 3 out of 10 for me is very bad. A 4 is bad. I think this is closer to being very bad than being a flat bad. So, yeah, like you said, I think having that character that you can get behind definitely helps this film out, because I probably would have been a nodder if it weren't for Aaron Taylor Johnson and Kraven being our main character. But definitely go check it out for yourself, because I mean we went with 3 other people, and we knew 2 other people in the theater, and out of the 5 of them, 4 of them actually found enjoyment in it.
Yeah. So, well, it's not saying much from a Steelers fan. He knows what I'm talking about.
We all know. That's fair. I'll give you that assessment. But so go check it out. I mean, you could definitely find some enjoyment out of it if it's what you're looking for. But even as somebody who gives scores out more on the entertainment value than saying they're a critic, this still felt pretty flat for me.
I'm not a critic either, by the way. No. Like, I love movies. I'd
like to say when we all talk about it, I'm a generous movie. I'm generous.
Oh yeah, you are.
So 3.5. Good luck.
That's what's shocking me. That I'm higher than you.
Yeah.
It's just that haircut by Aaron Taylor Johnson.
There it is. We had makeup and hairstyle did their job.
Coming soon, 2025.
Yeah. But anything else you want to add on Kraven the Hunter?
Sony, just please, for the love of God, stop.
Unless it's Spider-Man's attached.
Unless it's Spider-Man, yes.
Don't do anything till Beyond.
The Sony, yes. Please, for the love of God.
They said they're done, so.
Yeah. Well, hopefully it's done for good.
Yeah. If they get in a pinch where they got to keep the contract going, I'm not too sure that they won't revamp things.
I don't know if I can come on again. If it's
2030, we're gonna get a standalone movie for Scorpion. So watch out for it.
God, no.
Watch out for it. It's
coming. Watch out.
Jackal the movie. That'll do it for Kraven the Hunter. Drew, thank you, brother, for withstanding this film with me and talking about it.
Anything for you, brother.
Thank you all for watching. If you like what you're watching, check out some of these other videos. Hit the subscribe button or follow the social links down below. Drew, He does content. Just hit 1,000 subs.
Thank you.
Love
thank
to
you.
see it. His content will be down in the description as well, so check his page out if you love sports. He's got it. And yeah, go check out Kraven the Hunter and let us know what you thought of the film. But we will talk to you all soon. Peace.